Artifact.
Oh, it's a game.
You tweeted about this more than you've tweeted about anything, not including some dog memes or something in the last week.
I think
aioli
probably more aioli and
Lobster
dog memes,
bisque.
to be honest.
Okay, and then you went in our Slack channel and you said Artifact is the real deal.
I did.
It's going to kill PUBG. Artifact,
So to be clear, I never say it was going to kill anything,
I understand
and I didn't say it was the real deal either. I just said it was awesome.
It's awesome.
Allegedly murdered.
So this is Valve's Dota 2 card game that
is.
Serial Vasquez, you went out to Valve to also play.
I also watched the stream for like an ungodly amount of time.
Perfect. It must have been so much fun to have Valve showing this game at PAX.
It was fascinating, especially since I had really no idea what to expect. I didn't have like a preconceived notion of this game going in. I actually thought it was going to be kind of wonky.
Okay.
And almost unplayable based on the concept.
What? What are you talking
You're
about?
playing 3 different games at the same time.
3 games?
3 lanes, basically.
It's 3 lanes, but to break it down to essential terms, yeah, you're playing 3 different games.
So it's like walking between different chessboards playing.
And you've got to win 2 out of those 3 games in
Well,
those conditions to win, or double win on one board to win.
I mean, you have one hand split across them, so it's not like you're picking up one hand of cards and you're trying to sort of wrangle them all together to play basically one match.
But Dan, you play so many of these collectible card
do.
games. I mean, you've played some where there's multiple lanes before, right?
Not in this
Elder
fashion.
Scrolls do that or
Elder
something?
Scrolls does do that.
Okay.
It has 2 lanes, but it's not the same. It's not like this. That's why I try to state that you're playing 3 different games, because that's the easiest way to explain it. You are essentially playing 3 different games, and you have to win 2 of those games, or double win on one game to win.
So, big impressions. It's complicated.
It certainly was complicated for the first time I played. Second time I played, I started getting the hang of it. By the 3rd and 4th game, I was ready to go and starting to do strategy.
Because you kept coming back for more, begging Valve to let
I
you
did.
play.
I actually did. I kept every day. I would send Doug an email, and I'd be like, "Hey, I'm coming. Can I come back today? Can I come back today?" And I did that 2 days in a row.
I'll wear the blazer you like, Doug, please.
Yeah.
Doug Lombardi.
And it was, and thankfully they did let me play again.
Yeah.
And it was incredible. Once I got the hang of it. That's the key. It's not that complicated, but it can be very bewildering in your first.
If
your
you're
first game.
saying that, you are a systems dude that loves card games. I just worry, I guess, about like, is this going to hit a mass audience if like you're turned off for a little while by the complexity?
This is a card gamer's game. I'm going to straight with you. Like, this is a game for people who like card games.
Yeah.
This isn't going to have like an overshoot of like, oh yeah, I like Dota, so I'm going to love this. You might like the characters and lore, but unless you like card games, I can't see it happening.
It's not going to have like a Hearthstone-esque like sort of mass appeal. It's simple to pick up, and I can just play around in like 2 minutes on my phone.
It is. The thing is, it's very complex, but it's also very simple once you understand there's like all these juggling resources.
Yeah.
You could have a good time with like a dumb deck and be like, I'm just going to make a thing and I'm going to put things down. Mm-hmm. But there are definitely, like, because of the way that the turns pass and the overarching strategies, there's a lot of room for complexity there, and it is there.
Yeah. So I'm still missing the ingredient of what blew you away.
So once you get into it and you realize you're all playing 3 games. So here's how it works in a nutshell, because I can't, believe me, it's difficult to explain. It's difficult to play the first time, but once you have that, you understand it. But you've got color-coded heroes, right? They go into the lanes. So you got to figure out where you want to put them.
Yeah.
Like, I want to go put this red guy here, this blue guy here, this black guy here. Okay? And then you'll be able to cast the corresponding color-coded spells and effects in the lanes that the hero is in.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
So you can only cast a blue spell in a lane that you've got a blue character. And you can rule break with some of these because, let's say I can cast a blue spell with the mana in that lane, with the card in that lane, but I can put it in another lane. But that's only for some spells.
Okay, help me out.
Yeah.
So it's just a twist on typical structure that resulted in more fun, or I understand why that makes it.
I'm gonna get there.
Please.
First,
okay.
I have to tell you how it works.
Okay.
So I go first. Let's say I've got a blue character in the lane. He's at 3 health. I go first. So the smart thing I would do is if I had a potion in my hand, I'd heal my hero up, because otherwise, during his first turn, he could kill the blue hero, and then I couldn't play any blue cards for the rest of the round. So there's a very limiting factor there where you want to deny your opponent the ability to cast spells and effects in each lane by terminating the hero there. But that's this is very surface level stuff. Like, some heroes don't even do anything. Others have special abilities you have to click. So activated abilities, that's all part of it. And then between each round, between each board, you have an ability to go to the shop, which is like a Dota concept, right?
Yeah.
This is basically to let you pull away from a game that you are destroying the opponent by killing all of his creeps, which are randomly thrown into lanes and have random attack patterns. Same with your heroes, right? You don't get to pick directly who they attack unless you use cards. This sounds very complicated, I know.
It does.
It's mind-boggling, but the UI and everything, very intuitive. It helps you grasp difficult concepts over the course of 30 minutes.
And it feels fresh.
Absolutely. You have to tinker with it. Like I said, first game I was like, man, this is kind of weird. I don't know if I like it. By game 5 and 6, I was
Yeah.
like, now I get it. This is really cool. I'm going to start establishing lane presence in this lane with a blue character so that I can cast spells down on the other side of the board early on in the turn so I can clear out his hero before his hero will have a chance to play any cards in that lane. So his black character here will not be able to play any black cards in the lane or any cards in the lane
Okay.
because he's only got that black hero. If I kill it from using stuff down here in lane 1, by the time that turn but we get to the third board, that hero will be dead because of stuff I've done here. And then he won't be able to play any cards, and that's a huge advantage for me.
Yeah.
And I think sort of for me, what I think it comes down to is just the number of considerations for playing any particular card are way higher than I think in most card games. So like in a lot of card games, it feels like, okay, this is how I use this card. But because of the 3 lanes, you have like, okay, do I want to save even on a basic level of just like, here's a card that heals my guy? Do I want to use it on this hero, or do I want to use it on a hero that is in another lane? And sometimes you want heroes to die because it's the easiest. Sometimes it can be the easiest way to move them from one lane to another because they come back basically. And so there are things about like which enemy are you targeting in this lane, and so those options feel so much higher, and it feels easier to miss something, which is sort of like the thing that I kind of dislike about a lot of card games on a high level of just like, oh, these games are just kind of playing out sort of automatically.
Yeah.
Versus like it's very easy for even like good players, because like I was watching the stream and even they had like, here are people who have played a lot of the game up against people who, basically just started playing today, but have, been reading up on it. And it was very easy, even for like their sort of champions, which is what they called them, to miss something of like, oh, he was focusing on the strategy in this way, but he's totally forgot about this one lane, and this guy's making a run for this single lane, and he can totally win that way.
Huh.
So a lot of it comes down to the turn structure. It's not just like I do all my stuff, you do all your stuff. It's I do one thing, you do one thing, I do one thing, you do one thing, and then eventually you just pass when you're out of stuff to do.
Right.
Or you could pass and then let them play something, then do something. Let's not even go there. Like that's more wild.
Yeah.
And then you got to beat these lanes and then choose how to allocate your resources once you don't want to overcommit to a lane and then lose 2 lanes, right? So you kind of have to like move your assets around after it's a big pass and play like okay, I'm going to take this lane now. So I'm going to stop putting stuff there. Is he going to stop putting stuff there? I don't know. You have to make all these considerations about which lanes you want to take, when, and how.
It's fun, Kyle, as a Valve fan. Isn't it kind of fun to hear the idea that like the designers at Valve are inventing a new card game? Isn't there like a party that's kind of into it?
No.
Just the idea of like it's a card game, it's a well-worn genre.
If you check out the word card, it's exciting. The fact that Valve is working on a game,
just
is
on a
exciting
game
for me.
design basis, though. Like it's
Yeah.
like, hey, Valve is instead of making Dota 2, they're
okay, I see
making
what you're
Cribbage
saying.
2.
Like
it's a good design.
They're looking at like a known like genre. It's not really a genre, I guess you could say, but like, and they're putting their Valve like touch on it. Is what you're saying.
I think
As
that's
opposed to what
exciting.
they've done, which is
Okay.
like take someone else's project and sort of like like Dota was basically that, Counter-Strike is basically that to some
Yeah.
degree,
Yeah.
Left 4 Dead and Portal. This feels like the first sort of, I don't want to say original, but like feels like the most design work they've done on a basic high level. Like obviously there's a lot of
That's
nuance.
true. You guys, that is exciting that
Yeah.
they're thinking about game design again.
Also, Brad Muir, former Double Fine guy, is there. Did you talk to him at PAX?
I saw him there, but I didn't get a chance to talk to him.
Oh my gosh, the legend.
It was crazy.
He was
the people that were
smiling.
playing right near me. We had previously the Hearthstone director, Ben Brode, was playing
Oh my
like 2
god.
seats down from me. Yeah.
What was his facial expression?
I was trying to play my own game.
Started
but,
crying.
I mean, he's not there anymore.
We're out of business.
Those
boys.
sons of
He's not,
bitches.
well, he's not with
You did it.
They've
He's not with Hearthstone
There were tears
anymore.
of joy. They
I
were
know.
like, they perfected it.
But that is fascinating because in theory, the Hearthstone creator, he started a new studio. I forget the name of it. But like, do you think they're going to make a new card game? Like,
I have no idea, but I do know that this game is awesome, and I want to be clear about that.
Yeah.
Like since we're doing a lot of pre-evaluation on games today, than we,
Please?
like we already did with Blackout, this thing's great. This thing is really, really good.
and it's poised for.
A great launch.
I
Is
think
it going to take over the world?
it has the backing
No.
of Steam, which I think is going to give it like a set
No.
amount of like. I don't think it's going to fail. I'm not sure if it's going to like
So-
blow away.
I have some questions and considerations that we're not talked about still, and that's very important for this game's success or failure, and that's the monetization model,
Yeah.
tournaments, drafts.
Real quick, free to play?
No, it's
no, okay.
$20, and you get like
You can buy card packs.
Yeah, you get
Okay.
two. They're $2, which I think is more expensive than most card games.
It's $20 gets you in the door with 10 packs, and then every additional pack is $2.
$40 gets you on the floor.
That's right.
It's going to be, this is not going to be, it's not a free-to-play.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's already a big thing against it in terms of mass appeal,
Yeah.
right?
And you can also buy like individual cards on the marketplace, so you can see like if there's
Right.
a particular card you're
Could
missing.
get hairy.
Yeah,
of course it could get hairy. I mean-
it'll be hard to see. It'll be interesting to see like how much the total set costs. I'm sure someone's going to do that math at some point.
Yeah.
Like, here's how much all the cards in Artifact cost.
Right.
And it will change as sets
Yeah.
go rotate in and out of standard play.
Yeah.
You know, and again, that's a big factor, I think. But what I can say is that the gameplay is very compelling and very
That's
cool.
great.
Especially if you like Dota and you're a hardcore CCG player, it's a bonus.
Dan, this is made for you.
I think it really is.
But I'm happy to hear that you're excited about it.
Real quick,
I actually am.
Is it visually compelling? Because that's the nice thing about Hearthstone is how like,
Some of
nice
it
looks.
is from a UI and gameplay perspective. I think it really does a great job of conveying what's happening on the board. But the
At Hearthstone levels?
No,
Because that presentation.
Hearthstone is just Hearthstone is amazing. All right,
Yeah.
you're throwing colored rocks at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It's barely
That
even
is
a
why
card
I like
game. It's the
Hearthstone.
best.
This is the best description of Hearthstone. You're throwing colored rocks at each other.
This is much more like they do a great job at conveying the ridiculous amount of required information as opposed to Hearthstone where it's one board
Yeah.
and doing things the opponent cannot respond to. There are no interactions.
Yeah.
There are some interesting things like certain cards will trigger cutscenes. Like there's one like if you use Zeus's Thunder God's Wrath, basically it cuts to like an overhead sort of like 3/4 view of like lightning striking all of the heroes.
Most of the
some of those
yeah.
cool.
All right.
spells
The hero's
are there.
signature spells. So here's a cool the hero comes with spells.
Yeah.
Comes with spells that
With cards in your hand, basically.
if you put that hero in your deck, you get their associated spell.
Uh-huh.
So with Zeus, you get the Thunder God's Wrath, which blows up everybody.
Yeah.
Heroes, just heroes. That's important.
Yeah,
Cool. Okay. Artifact. You wrote about it on the site too.
I did.
Gameformer.com.
Yes.
Feeling good.
I want to play it right now.
I get
So
it.
do I.
Like I can't live without playing that game. I'm telling
He's going
you.
to tie.
With or without?
Valve, you have to get him a copy of this game.
I did not expect for it to be this good, and I
Yeah.
have never waited in a line at PAX before until this moment.
That's exactly how I felt going into
All right.
Artifact.
From
Yeah.
this moment.
It's stupid good.
Love affair.
I
Okay.
must have more.
Now imagine
All
you
right.
played it in April. Or whenever the hell I played it.
I'd like to imagine that. I'd
Serial
like to go.
life.
That's another. That's
how
another
long
game.
I've had to wait.
When's it coming out?
November 28th.
October is closed beta.
Yeah.
This year?
This year.
Oh my God.
I know.
That's coming soon.
I know.
Very exciting. That was just a clip from a larger show called The Game Informer Show. You can find it on iTunes, Google Play, or GameInformer.com. We take the fun opportunities and exclusive information from Game Informer magazine and boil it into a show that airs every Thursday with exclusive cover story information, developer interviews, a lot of fun stuff. So come love games with us.